Hello, hello. Welcome in. I unmuted, right? Okay, good. I unmuted. I had a moment where I was like, did I unmute? It seemed too smooth. It seemed too smooth. Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going, Ryan? I totally didn't see your cat's message. Don't worry about it. It's not sitting here staring me in the face. And welcome in, Sonny. Hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. I'm doing my best today. I kind of had a migraine for most of the day. I ended up going home from work early. I was being a baby about it. Made it hard to focus. Welcome in, Tom. Happy Wednesday to you as well. I can kind of just keep going and yapping. Really quick overview. I assume it's not the first time I'm gonna say it, or the last time I'm gonna say it, because you know. Basically today our goal, just kind of wanted to talk and hang out. Couldn't really think of anything productive to do that in, so I was like, you know what? They just raised the level cap in Borderlands. I've got all these guns that are level 50, and they need to be level 60. So we're gonna try and get Hot Slugger leveled up. We're currently looking for the improved version of this gun for what I use it for my build, and then maybe this shiny warpaint rep kit and this thing. And we're just basically gonna hang out and kill bosses, and I'm gonna talk, and we're gonna rinse and repeat because we trivialize bosses, as many of us know. And so that's the thing. And then we stare intently at the loot. We see that it isn't what we need, and we sigh heavily, and we pick up the loot. And then maybe if we find what we're looking for, we do some other stuff too. But for now, we're just doing that. Thought it was Thursday until about 3. Now you get an extra day, hell day. Isn't that the best feeling ever, though? I love when I go that direction. I tend to go the other direction and think it is well, no, I tend to go that direction, but it just means I have another day at work. We're also looking for two, so yell at me if you see me see one. I think I have one here. These things, how do I inspect? I inspect. We need to start collecting these items. So, or whatever they're called. What are they called? I think they were called firmware is what the game called them. Because now we can newly mess with that. But you know, that's what we're doing. We're at the grind stage. Get ourselves nice and powerful so that when we next play, whether that's at the expansion or something else, you know, we're all powerful. Ooh. Oh, it's the axe. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. What do we got? Knockback force. We'll equip it because it's stronger, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. Yeah. How's everybody's whatchamacallit? Wednesday. How was your day? As I mentioned, I had a migraine today for basically since I woke up. I mean, I woke up and I slept funny last night, I think is what it was, and I didn't sleep very well, so I was tired and achy, and then I like sat at work pained for a while, and then at lunch I was like, can I go home? Which, I mean, I realized they got an extra hour out of me. It's not really a half day. Granted, it doesn't matter. Like, my hours, this is like the first job that I've had where like the hours are not watched like a hawk, for starters, by my employer, but then also like I'm salary, and for the first, you know, like for the first time ever, it's salary that is expected to actually be salary. And you know, like maybe I need to stay late, maybe I need to work from home tonight, maybe I need that. So I just kind of went home and risky boots. I don't need risky boots. I've got plenty of boots right here. So I worked 5 hours today with a headache and then, or a migraine, and then came home, took a fat nap. It was great. And, yeah. We escaped work hell, Sonny? Hell yeah. W. Took my injection, so I'll call that a partial W. Hey. Okay, so I know that I told Sunny this because I sent her the TikTok, but I saw some guy have a hilarious way to look at the week, and honestly, like, I might start looking at it this way too. He kept saying, what he said was that you got to look at the week like a 7-game series. So you just got to win 4 days to move on to the next round. And so he started then like kind of breaking it down, like, you know, Sunday and Monday, those are going to be pretty consistently L's. Because, you know, you start in the work week, you're getting back into things, you don't want to be there. So that Friday, Saturday, 2 W's usually. So you really just got to take 2 out of the 3 of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so that's what I'm doing. Today was a bit of an L. But you know what? Yesterday was a W. So we just got to take tomorrow. We just got to make tomorrow a W, and we've got our series going to the next round. Although granted, I'm not gonna lie, this week my Sunday wasn't that bad. So Sunday was actually pretty good, I might say. So I don't know if I'd call that an L. So really, we've already taken the series, headed on to the next round. Sunday was pretty good, honestly. Yeah, it was. I love how stingy the game is with these drops. So it'll be okay if tomorrow really sucks. Exactly. Tomorrow could really suck, and we've still won the week. Although I don't really want to, you know, we don't want to bank on that entirely, because, you know, what if we drop a game Friday or Saturday, you know? You never want to hit it up. Come on. Give me hope. Give me hope, game. I have been warring with this game. You know, honestly, this one has dropped worse than... Ooh, high caliber again. Let's go. Something that I don't know about this firmware stuff is I don't know if I have a limit to what I can put on myself. Is it just 1 per gun? Oh, I bet it is just 1 per gun, isn't it? So we got 1. Okay, so we have 2 full ones maybe, depending on... I don't know. Because I think I'm looking for high caliber, and I don't remember what the second one is. Let me see if there's details. I know that the thing I was looking at previously had some details. To be fair, it was being stingy all last tries. Well, exactly. I don't know why this boss in specific is just not dropping stuff. Like, I kind of want to... It might just be a him thing. Like, his drop rates are weird. And it doesn't help that, like, the gun I'm looking for is... If we ever get one, I'll show you guys. Because I think this is the axe again. Deadeye. Standard kill spring. Boss siphon on kill converts 100. Okay, now. So we're looking for this guy. Okay, so basically the deal here, as you see, is this gun shoots sticky grenades. And I use my ultimate. I mean, I'll kind of go through it as we do it next time. So we get... Ooh, shiny. What do you got? Oscar Mike. Yoink. Yoink. All right, so basically we pop down, we use our rep kit, which gives us 50% bonus attack, and then our ultimate makes it so we regen ammo and have increased fire rate. So we just spray a bunch of torque sticky grenades, and then they all kind of explode at once. With the SMG, it doesn't work quite as well. But what we're looking for from this boss is he drops a shotgun that is going to do the same thing, can shoot sticky grenades. And it's basically going to be the same deal where we roll in, pop our ultimate, use our rep kit, shoot a bunch of sticky grenades in shotgun form, and then he just disintegrates, and we can pretty much wipe any boss in the game pretty quickly with that. So, I mean, like, you see how fast the SMG is, so bleh. If I'm significantly less achy due to injections later, I might make muffins tonight. Ooh, muffins. So I've been trying to get the shotgun from this guy. I haven't done a ton of grinding because, like, usually, like, I don't know. I'm the kind of person who could make an afternoon out of it. You know, throw on a nice TV show of VOD or something, somebody streaming, and just do this for a couple hours. But I was like, hey, let's do a stream of it. Let's hang out with everybody. I can turn my brain off, kind of. Focus on the conversation. We don't need lifeblood. Occasionally he drags me along. Exactly. I make Sunny do it, and then we get to yell at her for inventory management because I just pick up everything as junk that I don't need. And, like, run over here, slide, sell. And we're back in business for another hit. Dang, his dang kid got in the way. Excuse you. Come on, 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 come on. Ooh, ooh, you dropped so many things and none of them were yellow. But, like, it's like one of those things where, like, I could go do some of the other ones because they've been dropping more consistently. This guy's been kind of stingy with the drops, as Sonny was saying. But, like, this is, like, the boss damage gun. So I'm like, I kind of got to get it. But I will say, Sonny, look away so you don't have to see me inventory managing, because then you're going to yell at me because I yell at you. I do like to mark these as tag group 1, because then when I go to the vault, I can just remove tag group 1 and deposit everything all at once. Sometimes our rep kit isn't done, apparently. Ow, rude. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, boo. Ah, it was 2 high calibers. Dang it. What were they? What's this? I do gotta be careful when I get antsy like that and start picking up things that don't need to be. Pick them ahead. Welcome in, Deadpan Tunic. I meant to ask you last time, do you want me to say your whole name, or do you go by, like, Deadpan or Tunic or something like that? What do you prefer to be called? I don't believe she yells at you. I think she just offers firm, decisive, nurturing advice. I don't know. I'd like to spread the rumors that she yells and is violent. You've seen the horns. She headbutts people. Whatever you find comfortable with me? Oh no. too much power in my hand. Die. I'll go with Tunic then, because Deadpan feels... Oh, that's the damn axe again. Deadpan makes it feel like you're, like, staring me down or something. Exacting... Wait, hold on. 21... Grenade is 25% deal critical damage. Gimme! I don't think I've ever really yelled at people. I've only yelled at inanimate objects. Itown likes telling a story to everyone under the sun because I did hear her go ballistic on, I think it was a laptop stand. No, it wasn't a laptop stand. It was a plug for a monitor. And the desk and some other things. It was just it was an overall. Somehow true. Oh no. Mixer. Oh, that's right. It was the mixer that kept powering down. And then the plugs were in a hard to reach place. And I was scared for my life, even though I was on the other side of a VC and not anywhere within reaching. I mean, you know. You never know. She might have put hands on me if I was close. Since the mixer was worth money. Bonked your head. If I remembered, you had like squished yourself between the wall at one point and the desk trying to get behind it. What did I do? Oh, I opened this screen to I'm sitting here like looking at this. Why is it open? Trick shot and high caliber are what we're looking for. What do we got? Gun reload speed is increased by 5%. Critical hit damage increased by 10%. And critical hits into 50% chance to refill one ammo to the currently equipped gun's magazine. Oh, okay. So we're boosting gun damage and we're boosting whatchamacallit. We're the number of bullets that go back to the magazine. Exactly, Tom. By the time she stopped yelling, it was no longer alive. Or was not alive.
See that? That's a little thing called marksmanship. Might give it a try next time.
This guy is being stingy. Hey friend, I have brought bullets, and by bullets I mean sticky grenades. Okay. Man, this guy really is stingy with the drops. Might have to spice it up by going to another boss at some point. Because I have never had enough never had issues with some of the other grunts. Welcome in, Zans. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Straight kit. Ultimate. Bonus. And melt. I hate when he jumps around like that. I missed. Look at this. Look at this. How much cave is going to get damaged now. All because you were being selfish. And not holding still and accepting your fate. But I have a good idea of where to get most of the stuff we need. I know where to get Hot Slugger. I know where to get this if we can't get the gun here. This has dropped from this boss too. We can get this today. I don't know where to find more of these. Because I've got the Vladov. This thing's been great right now because we're using a Vladov. But if we switch, it'll be less useful. So, I wonder if some of these things will be able to tell me where they can drop from. Whee! I saw a new game today that apparently everybody was in the know about but me. It's actually kind of funny because I brought it to like some of the Scuffle Legends people, and like a lot of people were like, oh my god, yeah, I love that game, I played the beta of it and stuff like that. I was like, and no one told me about it. But it was like, you know, y'all know that I love my Lifeblood. I love my survival crafting games. You know, you've seen me play Icarus. You've seen me play insert many over the years. 7 Days to Die, Vane, all kinds of fun things. There's apparently a new one out that's like pirate themed, and it looked like fun. And I want to play it with some of my friends. Or alone if none of my friends want to play it. So, you know, I know that some of them, it can be difficult. That was very bright. It can be difficult to get time since we all work different times, and well, some of them are across the pond. But it looked fun. What's it called? Let me double check. I posted it in the thing earlier. Windrose is what it's called. It's in early access right now. I have a streaming notification. What if that's Callie streaming, or it can be Callie, Dainty, or Desi, I think. That's who I get notifications of. Who's streaming? Come on. This guy is so stingy. What I'm realizing is that I should have been grinding all this stuff when, like, there was like a period where they boosted the drop rate. I don't know if that was for an event or something, but shaking my head. Gadget ahoy. I don't think I've seen any of the because we're looking for what's it called, the other, what did I just say? It was like trick shot or something like that. Yeah, trick shot. I don't think that I have seen any trick shot things. That didn't work out. Not me actually getting run here. Where's your child? I need your child to... I was like, where is he?
Bringing out the big guns.
All right. Why are my bombs not killing him? Oi, you. Did I struggle enough that time? I need to reload. Alright. Nobody saw that one. That one didn't happen. I like started fumbling buttons at one point because I misclicked, and it went downhill from there. What I couldn't decide from the trailers though that I saw for that game was if like on the bigger ships you need other human players to be your crew, or if you can have NPCs, because like the people who I saw playing it, their crew looked like they might have been NPCs. They look a little too robotic with their motions, but I know that they also, like, you know, they'll have people who practice the dialogue and stuff and like the motions to make it seem smooth. I always think of, whenever I think about this is kind of like off subject, but whenever I think about that, like the people that, like, I don't know, play the game in a trailer or an advertisement and then like try and have like gamer conversation, but it's like overly PG. I always think of when Anthem was first announced and they had like this super awkward like banter amongst the people, and it was just like, you know, it's like pretty cringe. We got to get out there and do this thing. Well, if so-and-so ever gets on, we'll really get a chance to do it. Oh no, there's a thing happening. We gotta get together. We gotta hammer, you know, focus in, guys. Come on, let's do this. Woohoo! And I was like, oh my God. I loved Anthem 2. Pour one out for Anthem. I was really hoping that they would invest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like they sure fucking got me, because I bought the like whatever, like Sunrise edition or whatever the Ultimate Edition was called, to get the fancy armors and stuff like that, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And even though there wasn't a ton to do, I spent hours in the overworld flying around doing the various things. Was that another axe, or did we finally get a gun? What do you think, chat? What are we thinking? What is this? Rapid buzz axe. What's another axe? 3-second quicker cooldown? I think the crit is more important than the cooldown. Did the same with D1. 07. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Anthem. I grinded the heck out of it. The real question is, what class did you guys use? Because I remember that I went in thinking I was going to be like the wizard class. And I ended up as that's a gun. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Armored preemptive bod. Ah, son of a bitch. It's Hyperion. So we're looking for, you see where it says, we're looking for one of these, but with sticky grenades on it. So we got a gun though. We got our first drop though. So that means it's all downhill from here. What's the element one? That was, yeah, that was like the wizard one that I originally thought I was gonna do. It had like big AoE spells. I ended up doing I don't remember what any of them were called. but I ended up doing the like agility melee based one, close range with like a shotgun and like melee based stuff, and that thing was OP. I had a lot of fun with it. And I saw somebody recently as a meme for I think it was for April Fool's, had like put together a promotional content acting if they were making Anthem 2, like to revive it. And I hate that person with a passion. I wish they didn't shut down the servers, because I'm not gonna lie, I would get on and mess around in that game some more. But no. Game's no longer playable. $85 I'll never get back. Although I do think I got like a little bit of money, because I think there was a class action lawsuit about it. Because, you know, they charged everybody money and then didn't give a completed game, and then pulled the plug rather than do anything about it. So because I think that was the Battlefield team, or am I thinking about, because that was EA, right? I can't remember what game that they were working on. They like removed the whole team to go work on something else. 07 in chat for Battleborn, since we're talking about games that didn't take off. Where you going, coward? I appreciate Rafa for telling him to simmer down. Hey, look, another gun. Maybe this is the one. Nope, not the one. Shaking my head. Who's dropping guns all the way over here? What is the one? Is that the one recently, Sonny? Or what was the one that came out recently that got, what's it called? The last announcement at the Game Awards, and then flopped horribly and is already done. Is that, it was called something similar to that. They pulled the team to Battlefield, but also they kept changing the story last minute. Yeah. Well, and I also heard that like it was like another one of those situations where they were not ready and like tried to like remove and then add back in the flying portion of it. And I will admit, like, the flying portion was far and away the coolest part, but also the complaints that people had about it feeling empty. Like, it is difficult to populate that big of a world that high into the sky. I don't remember which one was recently. Battleborn was back in like 2017, 2018. The one recently was the like hero, what was it? It was like a hero. Part of it was like what's it called? I'm not thinking. I keep wanting to say Anthem. It's not Anthem. Oh, another axe. Let me ask you a question. Oh, Mega Kill Spring. Damn, I need the Shining War Paint. Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. What is the name of that game? I'm just gonna say PUBG. I couldn't think of the new one. the newer ones, but it was like a, you know, drop and then loot, and then the second half of it was like Valorant, where you would have heroes and do a 3v3 kind of deal. Maybe not Valorant, more like Overwatch, I guess I should say, because it involved like some objectives. Watch Mr. Fruit play it with Dado and Rob once, and I was like, this is a game that I will not enjoy and none of my friends will play with me. Where did he go? Oh, he's over here. I do wonder who would play those games with me, because I know that I could probably, well, maybe bug some of my old Destiny friends into playing some of these games, because that's who I played. Oh my god, I can't think of any games what the names are. Arc Raiders with recently, and I do want to play Marathon, the one that the dude hyped up. Yeah, it was like the last announcement at the Game Awards, and people were like baffled as to why it was the last announcement, because it was, nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for another hero based PvP game. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to play Marathon, but I want it. Really, my heart hasn't been whole since Destiny's been gone. We'll take that grenade. Boom. High guard, that's right. That's right. That's it. Speaking of Destiny, been talking with a couple friends about doing a nostalgia run of Destiny 1. I hope that can happen soon. I need to go play the newest expansion in one sitting. That's what I did with the like weird timeline crossing one. Oh, is that the rep kit that I need? Nope, kill spring again. Looking for the war paint one. Lurk, welcome in, Skiv. Thank you for the lurk. Hope you're doing okay. Excuse you. Do I need to start like gaming the system and pretending that I don't care about whether it drops or not? Be like, oh, you know, I don't really need it at all. Because I can do that. I'm a master at that. I played Destiny, played Diablo, played all kinds of loot games. It knows what I'm looking for, and it's never going to let me have it. My action skill wasn't ready. Excuse you. Rude. All right, guys. For a palette refresher, let's try a different boss. See if we can't get some of our stuff from there. I guess I'll get my box first. hurts to see the state D2 is right now for me. It does. It does. And what I'm curious about, like, I am one of the people who thinks that the only way that they're going to be able to, like, recover, quote unquote recover, is if they make a Destiny 3. Like, I feel like if they keep stacking on D2, it's just going to be the same complaints going back and forth for a while. And it's just gonna, I don't know. I like the thoughts of them trying some different stuff though. Like the various, I know that a lot of people didn't like the planetary powers and stuff. I saw that was like a recent thing that people were complaining about. But hey, I appreciate them doing their thing. All right, here's the deal. We're going to keep doing this boss until I rank up the next point. If you can see, we're about 3/4, 75% of the way through. I don't know if you guys can see. It's probably pretty small on your screens. Do that. I don't think that's called recovery. I think it's called relapse. I mean, I think the hardest part they have, well, as much as a lot of people are gonna be like, I don't know, it's like I have mixed feelings about the, because I can understand the people who don't want there to be like a Destiny 3 or another situation where they like wipe you of your guns again or something like that. But at the same time, I think that like one of the biggest problems they have is being able to come up with new things that excite people that are better than the old things. And in addition to that, I know that they've complained or talked about having problems balancing. Like that was like the whole content vault mess from a couple years ago that some people might not have been aware of. But for those who weren't in the know of that, they at some point, basically the game got too big, so they started vaulting content. And it was like basically, you know, like if this season the moon isn't going to be a part of the story, the moon isn't in the game anymore until there's going to be moon stuff again. And so, you know, so like I know like a lot of people were upset about that, but I know that they were like, we like physically cannot balance the game with this much stuff in it. Can you disintegrate already so I can get my guns? So I think that's part of the problem. I think they have a problem with how big the game is, making it hard to balance things. I think that they're split in too many directions with the various game modes they've brought in. I think that I don't know how they change it, because it's hard to have a live service game that doesn't have repeatable stuff. But I think the fact that the entire game revolves around the same basic mechanics, where it's like matchmake with group of other guardians, hold point and or kill enemy and or, you know, one of several different game mode activities repeat. It's just like a different skin on it. I think that makes it feel like it's not new, makes it feel stale. So I'll stop typing before I rant. You know what? I feel that when they make D3, I don't want it to be on Tiger Engine. I know, I do. I really would like them to update it. That's part of why I think they need to make a D3, is I think they have to update the engine. But yeah, anyways, before I get into a whole thing too, ranting about it too, because I have a lot of opinions about Destiny 2. I played a lot of that game and I miss it, but I don't miss it in the current iteration. I will say, if they do make a Destiny 3 and I go in there and the bosses have immunity phases, I'm like, I'm returning the game. That's my like current pet peeve is immunity phases in boss fights. Kind of like Diablo, where I'm like, you know, like if I want to make a build that ignores the mechanics because it's so powerful, let me make the build that ignores the mechanics. don't make me, you know, be able to do 15 billion damage to something, but after 2 million, its health stops going down and I have to like run around for like 15 seconds or something like that. That's annoying. That's frustrating. Makes things feel annoyingly like not fun because I have to grind it for stuff to get drops. Like, let me do this to bosses. Like, if this guy, like, once I got through his yellow armor, he just was like, now you have to escape me for a minute. I'd be like, okay, I don't need this gun. We're almost leveling up, game. You're really not going to give it to me? You don't want me to be all powerful? Fair enough. Immunity phases are the most pointless bullshit I've ever seen in gaming. It is, and it's like, I don't know, like, it's one of my things. Like, I don't mean to be rude, because I don't develop games. But there's a certain point where, like, I find certain things to be not challenging. Like, for example, I didn't like that. He came to kiss me with his explosions happening. Like, I don't personally, I complain a lot about bullet spongy bosses, like when they're like, raise it up to the next difficulty. Okay, so this difficulty is just 10 times the health. I'm like, okay, it's not really difficulty, that's like, it's just annoying. Which, you know, I guess is a form of difficulty, but it's not rewarding. Anyways, I feel like immunity phases are there when your mechanics are weaker than, you know, like if your mechanics are weak enough that I don't have to take them into account, so you gave it an immunity phase just so that I have to pay attention to the mechanics. I don't know. It's not in all situations. That's a bit of a hot take, and that's without qualifying statements that I'm not going to give. That's not quite what I mean. What do we got? What do we got? Risky boots. All right. Well, we leveled up. So this guy, take a break. You can take a break from dying, sir. Let's go and get sorry, but to be aged, the problem might be a problem with Destiny is the power scaling, and if they do keep the same scaling D3 but on the Final Fantasy route. Could be. I just know that well, I haven't actually done the most recent raids. I actually should probably try and get back in so I can try them. The last raid I did was the Final Shape one. And that one was actually really good, I thought. It had some complicated stuff in it. I was impressed. Okay, so Hot Slugger, what do you guys think next? Should we go to Hot Slugger first, or should we get another one of these first? Hot Slugger. Let's get Hot Slugger. Okay, so we're gonna go. That, if I recall, was over here in this thing. I am, however, first off going to stop right here. Which, speaking of Diablo, I am fiending for that dang expansion. And it's taken too damn long. It's not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, I think. And I'm like, please.
Where are they?
Oh, hi there. Huh. Where is the bank? I do not remember where it is. Bank? Is there a bank? There is. Where is it? Is it up front here? Oh, no, it's over here somewhere. Aha, it's up there. Oh, I didn't even think about this thing. No firmware? Okay. You good? Doing great. She's doing great. Deposit. Boom. All right. Now then. Because we're going to have to go through the level first. We'll switch ours to our bossing stuff. I need this one. That's at 10, right? Okay, so I'll get that at 10. I need this too, I think. Yeah, action, skill, critical hit damage. All right, cool. All right. Teleport over here. But yeah, I'm excited to try the warlock, and like I've been grinding Borderlands, so like that's kind of satisfying because I like to have, obviously, like there's games that I like to play, but I like to have that one game where I can kind of mindlessly grind something. I can't even see where the crystal is. Where's your crystal? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. On its underside. I hope my cannons can get it. Okay, yeah, they did. They got it. All right, yeah. Hey, no. Now you better come down here. It's on his butt. Got it. No, give it to me. Don't let it fall into the abyss. No. I can't believe the game did me like that. It fell into the abyss. Ads in about 4 minutes. Thank you, Sonny. Ads in about 4 minutes, everybody. Another one. My friend, you must die. Oh, yes. I wish the grenade did more damage. I'm not gonna lie. Could my action school take maybe a skill a little bit longer to get cooled down? Getting moited over here. Who is yelling? Who is yelling and why? I'm like, be quiet and just wait for your death. I'll get to you eventually. Who must be stopped? I know he's not talking about me. I can't be stopped. See? Can't be stopped. Risky boots. I should probably stop grabbing blues and just look at purples. But it feels icky to do that. I hear robot noises. Anybody else? I hear you. There you are. Hello. Nice and easy. All right, I think it was this way. Through here, maybe? Where's this boss? And why can't I fight him yet? I'll rat him. Okay, cool. All right, now this one, this guy's gonna cooperate. He's gonna drop Hot Slugger like right away, and it's gonna be great. Son of a bitch! I didn't restart the thing. Chat, this is why we can't have nice things. Now we gotta wait like a whole 14 seconds. We take a drink, stretch. Do your self-care. Oh, my back. And... A big boy out the way. What we get? Charged sesquiquadrate kaleidoscope. That sounds fun. So I've been wondering if the firmware things rotate, because I feel like I see the same like 7 or so class whatever classes, groups, I don't know what to call it. Same perk. Excuse you. Trying to hurt me. I'm not gonna pick any of it up. I don't know why I'm slowed, but I am. Slowed by something. Maybe I'm just so used to my one thing that I feel slow. Because like we see what? Lifeblood, the God Killer, the couple of the like Oscar Mike. Ow, rude. Come on, buddy. Not them nerfing the drop rates for everything. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be a grind if I could get it within the first 2 fights every time. But still, it's killing me. Money.
Someone brought some jelly to discover.
You're fine, Rafa. You're fine. You guys hear him being a baby, just a little bit of radiation. Ooh, the hyperventilating vamoose. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of the Ripper guns, the Ripper sniper rifles. It just seems a little silly to me to have to charge up your sniper rifle.
That one's gone all soggy. Time for a bullet storm. Hate to burst your rubber.
Boo, Rafa. Hate to burst your bubble as I pop his shield.
¡Qué malas las balas! Think you can keep up with me?
Oh my, that's a big gun. Not what I'm looking for. Although I do actually, really quick, want to fire it. I always wonder what these are like, because I've only used the grenades for the most part. Stuck on the dang wall there. Huh. Not gonna lie, I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't that. Can't. Let's say it was so shiny in that like circle here. Oh, they did add, if I remember, they added the new weapon tier, the pearlescent guns in. I'm curious about those. I don't know if there's like a place that they drop from. I know that they're super rare. How neat would it be if we got one though? Excuse you. You stay over there. Now drop my gun. Oh, into the air he goes. Interesting. Don't know what I expected. I don't know, chat. We're not having great luck tonight. Okay, so muffins might have to wait tomorrow. I need to give up. No, no. Not the milkless muffins. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I foolishly thought that we would have success on stream today. Given my previous experience with grinding these bosses, I was like, hey, this won't be bad at all. We'll just hang around. We'll do some gunning. We'll get these drops. We'll slowly get more powerful. Now I'm like, am I gonna get anything before this is done? Oh. Don't know how he didn't die originally, but I guess I can do that again. At least that means that Thursday will be a W day. Exactly. Now, if we could get a gun here, I'm just saying that could turn, that's a lot of W's this week. If we could turn today into a W with some guns. Then we'll take the Sunny Muffins for a W on Thursday. And then he dropped Hot Slugger. That wasn't Hot Slugger. That was that Kaleidoscope one again. I mean, it only takes one drop. It only takes one drop because, well, for the Hot Slugger, like, I really... What I need is what it, you know, specifically comes with. I'm not gonna lie, every time that happens, I get jump scared. Bye. Well, record show, I got you an hour to watch time while I was in church. Hell yeah. Heck yeah, I mean, heck yeah. Shield. Oh, Chanceman, Jacobs, compare shotgun. Ricochet one additional time. What do we have on my shotgun? Does this one ricochet? Check into the bat. Ricochet. No, it doesn't. Critical hits will ricochet. If I can get one, I don't think I got anything. So how's it going? Well, Ryan. It's going so good that we have not yet gotten any of the guns or equipment that we were looking for. We did get some good rants about Destiny and Anthem out of the way, though, so you know. Break anything yet? Not yet. Oh, that's a hot slugger. Blazing barrel. Boom. Ba-boom. Okay, group 4. That in the bank. Old reliable. Look at that upgrade though. Goes from like 5,000 DPS to 9,000 or to 12,000. Look at. And you already saw we were going over that. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about the. Do we? You were the lucky. Oh my God, Ryan! I need you to stay here. I need you to stay here. We're going back for something else. I need your luck. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going over here. Chad, I believe. Yes, yes. Pat Itown. Watch out for the horns. Speed. This way. I jumped the wrong way. I'm stuck on the rock.
Sorry, you had a little schmutz there.
You had a little schmutz there. All right. Need one more of these. Well, I mean, I guess I actually need both of these so we can keep putting more. So that's a 20. Ugh, 20. I haven't actually looked at some of these other ones. What do we got? Contamination. Okay, so status effect stuff. How about that? Whenever your Vault Hunter deals gun damage, gain a stack of Riddle You This. Increasing gun damage. Stacks are lost if a new stack has not been gained for a duration. And honestly, that'd be great for bossing. Oh, wow. That's only 10 seconds. Right. Pet heck hounds with flaming ear holes. That's the dangerous head pats. That does sound like the dangerous head pats. All right, chat. Let's show him who's boss. I put the wrong class on. Well, this is going to go a little slower than we wanted it to, but we'll be okay. Before we make that mistake again, let's put the one we want on. All right, all right, all right. That wasn't that first time, but you know what? Doesn't have to be the first time. Just has to be a time.
I am one hell of a shot if I do say so myself.
Okay, couldn't have been the second time. I believe. You guys believe? I believe. I'm feeling confident because we got this the hot slugger we were looking for. I just gave up too soon. And that's the problem. You gotta have willpower to grind for guns. The weak don't get their guns. You know?
Hasta luego, friend.
Suppose we could clean up the floor here a little bit. I don't know at what point it stops dropping or that things start disappearing, but we don't want to hit that point because then we might not get our drop. So we gotta gather everything here. Perfect. All right. Stop caring about that chest. Sell. Grab kit. Gun. Gimme, 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 gimme. Fine then, don't gimme. I didn't want it anyways. You can keep it. Remember, everybody, be positive. I hate this thing. No, I don't hate it. We're staying positive. We're staying positive. We don't have hate in our heart. Just in our soul a little bit. Up, kid. Boop. So I can't decide, is that axe, it's like just in his mouth? Does he like spit it out with his tongue, it looks like, when he attacks like that? I don't know, hard to tell. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, the loot. That's the axe, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, wait, no. Yes. No, wait. I already had it. I had that on. Whatever. I saw all that green and I was like, ooh, I got new stuff. I got new good grenade. Although we'll have to see, because even though it seems strong, I feel like my other stuff was better. Like the other times I've had, because I like to have these grenades, because I like to, as you know, as like when I have to reload, I like to throw it. So you're not dropping the things that I need. We've done artifact farming in Genshin for too long. I have no faith in RNGesus. Well, you see, that's why during Destiny, I started praying to Oryx instead of RNGesus at a point. And that has served me a lot better. So when we get the gun, it's praise be to Oryx. And I've been saying that long enough ago. Okay, well, I heard a thing drop. He flew somewhere unknown. Where did he wind up? Over here? We got large kill spring, son of a bitch. Maybe if you go to Twitch chat, it'll be better. You do. You got the... YouTube chat acting up again? Nope. It's a luck-based thing. Brian's trying to align our chakras so we get the gun we're looking at. Okay, I went a little too fast. It's not, hold still, hold still, hold still. Okay, now you can go ape shit. I'm only your luck charm when I'm in game with you. Sonny, fire up the game. No, I'm just kidding. Buddy, don't run from me. Oh, well, that's two things. Mega kill. Why do I keep getting that spring kill thing? We got a bunch of the war paint ones, the one that I'm actually looking for the other day. Ah, Ryan streaking again. While I'm here, Zero, thank you for the posture check, stretch, everything. And Ryan on the 10 stream streak. That's exciting. We stand. Hope you're feeling okay, Zero. Thank you for the alert. Get some rest. Gonna give Zero some side eye on being a... No, he's allowed to be. He's allowed to be. It's an Itown street. Make an exception. Now, if it was a Sunnyside farm stream, then yeah, you should scold him for being there. I didn't hear. Ooh, who exploded in all this money? Money! It sounds good, but you got stuff to do. Yes. It's too soon for bed. I don't know where this thing died at for this one. Got to get the Itown streams in today, because today and tomorrow, and then no more. At least until next week. I'll be back on my normal schedule next week. What am I streaming tomorrow? Does anybody remember what I put on my schedule for tomorrow? Because I sure don't. Oh, the Nuzlocke. I'm still not okay after losing Vulpix at Sunday. I just would like the record to reflect that. Okay, okay. Son of a bitch. Toxic. Interesting. I wonder if the various like modifications, like, you know how like the axe has like we've seen crit damage, extra grenade damage, and concussive knockback, stuff like that. I wonder if that is balanced. Or like if it's like, because I know that like that was like a whole thing in Destiny, as they found out that some of the roles were weighted differently because of their own math. And I am curious if that is the same here. Ow. Die. No balance, never balanced. All right, we've got two of them back to back, but we're still not getting sticky grenades. Just a heavy sigh from me. Be a real champ and use level 1 weapons. I would if they would drop them for me. But they don't think I'm good enough for that, so they don't drop the level 1 weapons for me anymore. Rush me. Son of a bitch. I keep getting the Hyperion one with the shield. I don't want a Hyperion shield. I'm not gonna lie, Ryan, I'm trying to digest what that is. Is that a squid? Grabbing 2 Itowns? Or am I severing its arms? You know what? That's actually a question I have. So in this world that's like cut off from everything else, where are we getting all these guns from? Do the corporations exist out here? I want to know. Is the timekeeper sending people out of the void to the other worlds to go and pick up guns? You would assume they all got blown there when the moon did. You know what? That's fair. It's a fair assessment, Sonny. I like your line of thinking. Timekeeper is an arms dealer? Confirmed? Oh no. Oop. Rep kit. Boost. Die. Get the guns the same place where you take your poop. Space Walmart, not Space Walmart. Am I allowed to be a menace in Space Walmart? It's always after Hyperion or Malon for sniper rifles in the key codes box. Yeah, I used to love, especially Malawan in the first game was my favorite kind of sniper rifles to have because they had the one whatchamacallit, volcanic something sniper rifle. That thing was crazy. What's that? What just dropped? Hyperion licensed shield. Son of a bitch. I'm terrified to use Walmart bathrooms though because some people be gross. You know what? That is fair. That is a fair assessment. I wish chat had been there for us sharing our former working poop stories, like having to clean bathrooms in our first jobs. When I worked in a grocery store. I mean, heck, I'll tell some of them now. Anybody averse to poop stories? I'm not gonna go into detail. I just had an artist at my first job, or second job, I guess, because I had a job when I was 18 over the summer. But when I was in college, I worked at a grocery store. And I had to clean the bathrooms for part of my first couple of months that I was there. And I just remember there being an artist that was a recurring theme for a couple times, which I don't get. I don't get people who use that as their means to express themselves because, you know, ew. I'm not afraid of sharing. Have you ever cleaned dried poop that looked like a volcano exploded off a toilet seat with a paint scraper? I have. Oh no. You know, after being on a jobs item bathrooms for a decade, one doesn't complain about public washrooms as long as it's not art. Yeah. Well, so I have another story that was, I mean, I'm not going to go into super detail about this one either because this one's kind of gross, but let's just say I had some guy greet me super enthusiastically coming out of the bathroom stall in the morning as I was starting to clean the bathrooms. And he was like super nice. And it's like one of those moments where I was like, oh wow, he was really nice. You know, not usually people aren't super nice. And then I realized why he was super nice because he had filled that toilet and then tried to flush it. And then it had not flushed. And then he had fled like a coward. Oh no, not Colombian snow down the toilet. Oh no. Oh boy, did a poop scoot and boogie on you. Sure did. I also remember it was very weird because the bathrooms were in the back room. So it's like the very back of the store. And sorry, 1 second and equip. The reason that that's relevant is they were like just some drywall built into to contain the bathrooms that stuck out into the warehouse portion of the back. And for like the majority of my time working there, we were missing a ceiling tile. So you could like be in there using the bathroom and just like look up and see warehouse. And I don't think they had the high shelves there, so there was never like the risk of some guy, you know, like getting on the forklift or something like that, or the lift and seeing it, whatever was going on in the bathroom. But I mean, it's feasible. Okay, so the thing that I just equipped gives my guns or my action skill, like scales it off of gun damage. That did so much damage suddenly. Coming together. It's coming together. Now if only I could have this shotgun. We could melt things so fast. We could be super powerful. Did I? Outhouses don't flush after being the 382nd person to have a poop. Right? You know what? I feel that. Still no barrier for sound or smell. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, and our break room was right on the other side of the wall. There was a buffer. Because there were two offices that the HR... well, so we didn't have HR in the store. It was a corporate store. So we had a guy who... he was a cashier who had worked there for a while, and he would function as the person who ran interviews and stuff like that. And he would frequently just be like, you know, like, oh, here, take over this register. I gotta go do some work. And would go back and play his DS. He had like a 3DS that he brought to work all the time. And he would go play that in the back room. And I will famously remember when he got fired, because they put a like nanny cam hid in his office to catch him goofing off on the clock. And they got so much more than they bargained for, because, you know, he was not playing his 3DS on that camera. He was, however, let's just say, relieving stress on the clock in his office. So he got the axe for that. I don't remember him fondly. He's somebody who I remember fondly from when I started, and then dude was kind of, I don't know, just kind of became a dick as time went on. Gadget ahoy. Not the God Killer. Oscar Mike. You know, they gave me faith when I started, when I got like 3 of them in a row, but then now we're hitting that drive spell again. Oh, was the footage? No, the footage was not released as far as I know. Apparently though, I did hear from, because I was friends with the 2 people who are our store's union reps, and apparently they played the footage in the meeting that they fired him in, and everybody had to sit there quietly as it happened. And I, you know, yikes. No, not the, oh, we almost got gyro jets. That's not what we need. But we got the Torg. We need the Torg sticky grenades. Say that again. Oh, I was saying that somebody got fired because they thought because he had been playing his 3DS on in his office at the back of the store and not working, and they put a nanny cam in to catch him doing that, and instead they caught him, let's just say, relieving stress on the clock at his desk. Yes, he was cranking the hog, and not the motorcycle kind. But I couldn't imagine having to sit through my firing and have my union reps and the management sit there while that video played. That would be I wouldn't go home. I'd just be like, this is it. This is the end for me. I had a good run. I made mistakes. You're gonna get fired. Might as well go without a splash. Oh no. We have an HR guy at our company. He has no care for humans. Hey, that's most. I actually, okay. I will forever laugh. So those of you who have been here for a year, which I don't know if it's anybody. Zero and Tom, I think, are the only people in chat currently that were here a year ago. I got laid off a year ago because I worked for a company that did work in the car industry, and for those of you who know, the car industry ain't doing so hot. But yeah, when I got laid off, I like suddenly could sleep, had time to sleep, didn't have to be at work in the morning, stuff like that. And when I went back like a week or two, it'd be almost a year. I was gonna say, you would have just been right after, because I was laid off, I think it was March 21st, and I started my new job like almost a year ago to this week. So I was only unemployed for like 3 weeks. It was a glorious 3 weeks though, because it was right when Monster Hunter came out. And I got to meet so many new VTubers and stream so many fun games. I do remember though that when I went back to turn in, because when I had started there, they were spending money on us for funsies, and like we got like polos that had our name stitched into them, and then like somewhere around year 2 or 3 they were like, no more, you're just gonna get polos with the name of the company on it and you don't own them. And so I had to give them back, and so I went back like a week, maybe 2 weeks later, and the HR person met me at the front door and asked me if I like had gotten a haircut or something, because I looked different, and I was like, no, it's just nothing. And then I realized as I was like driving home that it's probably because I didn't look tired as shit, because they were on the other side of the city from me. I lived on like the north side of the city, and they lived all the way on the south side, and they worked, the office was all the way on the south side, and they were like super anal about when you got to work. Like if you clocked in, like the shift like started at 7 a.m. and if you were 7:01, you were late, and you only got like, I don't remember what their policy was. They changed it several times. It got worse as time went on. They apparently have not gone under yet. I did actually have, I mean, it's been like a month now, but I did have dinner with my boss, or my old boss again, because he was great. He was the one good thing about that place. My department, the engineering department, was fantastic. Everywhere else in that place can kick rocks. But apparently I was the last part of a 50-50. The other engineer got to stay, and he quit, like resigned like a couple, like 2-3 weeks after I got laid off. And apparently they have not now, a year later, still hired anybody back. So it's just my boss doing all of the work. The life had returned to your eyes and your skin was glowing. Exactly. I live an hour from work. I enjoy the drive, but it's hard on vehicles. Yeah. Right now, well, I think I'm going to renew at this place again. And by I think, I mean I'm going to have to. That was actually, okay, so that was something interesting. So my last apartment complex that I moved, I lived there for like 7 years. And they were like thirsty about getting you to renew. So like my lease was up July 2nd, I believe. And like they would be hitting you up January with the rent increase, because there were no years that it did not increase. And not only did it increase, but like they would be like, here's the rate in January, your rent's going up $50 a month or $150 a month. Saw both. If you would like this rent increase, you need to renew by like February 5th. If you don't renew by February 5th, well, we're just gonna raise your rent some more and you'll get a second chance. That place was not, I don't know. It was, I don't know. That place is one of those places where I feel like there's like a lot of places that just like aren't ethical anymore, and like they follow the laws, but they're, you know. ethics be damned. People aren't shit. People are just, they owe me money, and that's what they are. And like the owners are out of some sort of conglomerate outside of the state, and so it's just I don't know, things I have opinions about. But yeah, no, they I don't even know. Ethics are but the blood of a long dead dream. Exactly. And they wronged me. I won't go on those rants again because we're a year removed from that, and I'm in a better place. But they wronged me greatly on the way out. Ended up costing me ended up paying like 4 times rent, because between paying the rent here for the new place and them charging me rent, and then they charged me half of the next month's rent too for some bullshit reason I don't remember. And then they also threw away the washer and dryer the day before the company was coming to pick it up that I had been renting. So that place can kick rocks. Although I did look at them again and ponder going back to them, because I did like the neighborhood. I just hate the company that runs it. What we got? Kill Spring again. I wonder if that's on a daily rotation, because I was seeing the war paint one a lot today. But now I live, I mean, it's like a 15-minute drive with no traffic, which means it's a daily 25-minute drive. And it's been actually a very interesting experience. Where is he? He got past me. Should have threatened with the goat. I would have appreciated it, Sonny, but I also understand that I left them the opening by not getting their the employee that told me that they wouldn't need to worry. I wouldn't need to worry about them throwing out the washer and dryer. I should have gotten her saying that in writing and not believed that, you know, they weren't gonna bone me. Yep, always get the paper trail. Yep. I will die on the paper trail. Well, yeah, I mean, it would have been, I just truly, like, I even thought, like, when I didn't get the paper trail, I thought about going back, but then I was like, actually, I mean, well, because they had asked me to email it, and so I did email it then, like, the next morning before they opened it, or before they opened, and nobody responded to that email. But I just, like, I truly didn't, like, I moved out on a Monday. No, I moved out on a Sunday. And I really didn't think that they would have, because the washer and dryer people were coming that Monday, like, afternoon. And I just really didn't think that they'd have it out and, like, in a landfill, you know, in less than a day. But I will also say, the circumstances for what happened were very mysterious, because it sounded like they sent the washer and dryer people to the wrong address, and then the washer and dryer people claimed that they had not helped, like, let them in at all. And then my parents think that one of the maintenance people stole the washer and dryer, had it come up. That's my parents' theory. Come on. Okay, don't drop. Fine. See if I care. Everything that happened a year ago led along the path to your present life, and this week's been mostly doubles. That is true. I am better now. I I do wish that things cost less. That's like my only beef at the present, is that, like, I don't know. I got this apartment, which was more expensive. I can afford it, but everything got more expensive then. And I guess that's just the world, you know, for the foreseeable future. I won't go into a millennial rant about that. Don't worry. Millennial slash Gen Z, I guess, get included in that now. But hey, I want to take my old car, remove the motor, transmission, fuel tank, and everything but the shell and the front two seats, drag it to the middle of the woods by river, lake, or something in the water, and just call it good enough. Heck yeah. I got a funny report. So there was one of my old coworkers at the last job. You gotta be kidding me. Well, guess Itown's dying. Trust me, in 20 years you'll be longing for today's prices. Well, that's not ideal, because
this ain't over. Not by a damn sight.
Yeah. But this old coworker was like rebuilding his own car. Like, he got like a Volvo something, I don't remember what it was, shell, and had been like tinkering with the engine and stuff, and rebuilding it. I know he had put some not necessarily street legal stuff in it, but I got a report though recently from one of the other guys. So like all the people who who worked with me, like everybody who I worked with is gone there except for my boss, and scattered amongst several things, although most of them are still, well, that's not true. One of them is, well, two, because this guy too, are still in the car industry. And they ran into each other recently, and hilariously, apparently the guy who's like was building his own car and stuff like that now drives like an ambulance. So I'm interested about that. Remember when rent was just $4,738 a week? Please don't put that evil out there. Also, yes, rent ads coming up for Twitch. And honestly, we might take a break from this guy again just to, you know, get a palate cleanser. Let's do one more with this guy and then go do a palate cleanser. Because we're coming up on 2 hours, and that was kind of about what I was shooting for tonight, because I didn't eat before stream. So if we can get one more gun, we'll call it a successful night. I am starting to get to that point where I'm kind of like, I don't know if this gun exists. I don't know if the internet, like if they took the role the internet wants away. But I think what we'll do is we'll get a new one of the submachine guns that I have. Sure, let's do that. That should be this vault. Where's the closest place? This is probably the closest place to go to. He must think work is killing him and he's trying to be prepared. He might be.
Good doing business with this thing. I'd almost forgotten my job.
Remind me after we finish running here that we want to swap to the other thing because we're gonna have to do some nonsense. Bros in 2060 be like, remember when we allowed to own a cardboard box under a tree 83 kilometers from civilization for just 5,000 a night? I am actually, well, no, we're not gonna get into this on stream because I'll start ranting and then, you know, we're here to escape the world, not to hear Itown rant about it. I have opinions. I'll just say it that way. Which, you know, don't we all? Leave me alone. Quit putting holes in his ride. Come on, guys. Itown rant on stream. I know, I've never done it before. For free. Well, I mean, Twitch is technically paying with ads. And I mean, hey, that's how I'm supposed to get famous, isn't it? With rants? Is that how people get famous? I don't know. I don't go on Twitter enough. Although I did go on Twitter today, and I wished I hadn't. I saw multiple things where I was just like... It wasn't even like people with like wrongthink. Punish them for wrongthink. It was like... Why do you even have an opinion on this kind of things? Do I have to go through the whole thing? I do, don't I? Son of a bitch. Well, let's make this quick. I like how I missed twice.
Not so shiny now, are you?
I'm not gonna lie, this shotgun's kind of crazy when it's at level. I only missed that guy 3 times. Let the cannons finish him.
Terminado. No más, no fuss.
I zoomed too fast for my aim. Ah! See if it can be to the end of this vault by the time Twitch gets back from ads. YouTube, what are we gonna talk about while Twitch is gone? I feel like we gotta talk shit.
No use hiding now.
Should think about like a rumor we can spread about Twitch. How stinky is Twitch chat? My go-to. Hell yeah. Subscribers get the privilege to talk shit about Twitch on Twitch. You are correct. Where the... Oh, there he is. I was about to say, where the hell are these guys?
Oh, they're gonna have to glue you.
Grenade! Wait, can I just go without killing these guys? Oh, I don't even have to kill them. Never mind. That's nice.
Time to crack open some tin cans.
Excuse me, pardon me. All right. Shout out Sonny. Maybe it hit Twitch, hate Twitch less. Twitch is a foreign place, especially if you've been on YouTube. It's taken me, I've gotten somewhat used to it from all my friends who are on Twitch, but it is especially, I don't know. Hey, bud. You're not dying as fast as I wish you were. Like in the schedule. Yeah. Like in the schedule, you can see days of the week and look at last week and look at next week, but is there really no way to look forward or backward within a day? On Twitch, Twitch should have my full week on the schedule if I've put it up. I actually haven't put up this week, I don't think, fully, because I didn't know what I was going to do. Usually I do it at work. Twitch culture is very different from YouTube. Yes, yes. Oh, that's right. I gotta go all the way. And I still don't know all the intricacies. You can do a lot with Twitch. I was really hoping that YouTube... Welcome back, Twitch, by the way. I was really hoping that YouTube would catch up and compete with them. But then that didn't happen. Like... I should put it this way. YouTube does compete with Twitch, streaming-wise. It's just not... I thought that YouTube would really compete with Twitch, like actually like be better than Twitch eventually, and that is not happening. Fortunately, YouTube saw a butterfly with the shorts, and that's where they did. Usually it shows evenings like prime time hours, but sometimes it shows 7 to 11 a.m. instead with no way to look ahead. On Twitch, interesting. Gotta remember to not pop things too soon. I don't know. I have to look and see what you're seeing, because I know that like the schedule tab. Let me open it right now. Well, first let's see. Okay, that's a shield. That's not what we're looking for. I hate this guy, by the way, for throwing items like this. What's for dinner? That's a shield for Sunny right there. When MV3 started multi-streaming on YouTube as well, it was two completely different chats. Twitch was chaotic evil, while YouTube was lawful good, and it was for the most part still... I mean, hey, that kind of happens here. Like when we have our, you know... What was it with Ruka the other day? Twitch was talking about feet and licking them, and YouTube was talking about sourdough starter. So... Stay good. Stay good, YouTube. I will say, I get the more unhinged strangers on YouTube. Like people who randomly find my stream and drop in on Twitch have been, for the most part, chill. YouTube's where I get like the people who, well, there's like two kinds of people that I see from YouTube. I'll either see like the people who want to like pop in and try and like spam the chat and say some sort of slur or something like that and then get banned immediately. Or the other thing that I see a lot from YouTube is like people who like the stream is about them suddenly. Like you know, like they'll like tell a fun fact or something like that, and then want you to like have a full conversation with them about something that's not on topic for stream. I get a lot of those on YouTube.
Anyone got the mop?
This guy is not dying. And I'm not gonna lie, those guys irritate me more than anything. Because I hate having to like try and, I don't know. I have very little patience for that. Sorry, I'll try to do better. No. I mean, like, well, what's one of the ones I had recently? It was like somebody who came in and had some sort of remark about like Star Wars or something like that, but it was like lore pertaining, like obscure lore pertaining to Star Wars. Yeah, the hostile takeover chatter. I've seen a few of them around. Yeah, so and like they'll come in and they'll say some obscure thing. We're not playing Star Wars. We're not talking about Star Wars. I'm happy to talk about Star Wars. I'm glad you know, like you like and you know about Star Wars. It's not what the stream's about. And then like that's like, you know, if you respond to them, that's what they're gonna come up with something else, and then they're gonna like keep knowledge dropping and I don't know, hijack the stream. And that's not what this channel's for. I personally don't get many backseaters on either side. I know I've seen some for like, I know that like Izzy would get a lot of backseaters occasionally, especially near the beginning. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen her chat in a while, but I know that like end of last year, it had kind of chilled out, but when like a couple years ago when we were both still very small before she started making those millions of people, it was she got a lot of backseaters, but I usually don't get those people. Is it because I'm cracked at the game? Is it because I'm cracked at all the games, chat? Is it because I'm great? I feel like there's mostly kids, or that's mostly kids, and there are more kids on YouTube. I bet that is what it is. With cryo. Let's see if the cryo is detrimental to that. Because this is the gun. I just didn't know it came in cryo. So for example, if I did a double stream like I did a few Mondays ago, it would show a stream from 12 to Central and 7-9 Central, and then maybe also show extra hours like 10 or 11 a.m., 10 or 11 p.m. You're good at the games. Let's go with that. Since that agreement will last an eternity. I'm cracked. I understand. Thank you for reinforcing that in my mind. I'm cracked at the games.
You see the look on their face?
Not the toasty. I might want to get one that's not cryo. Not the Antsy Buster. I feel like cryo is like the worst one. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if I can find Does it say anything about? Mm, 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 mm. Doesn't say. I was trying to find information of the cryo nerfs the damage a little bit. I guess if I run across it again, I'll send words so one of you can see what I mean. Yeah, have you ever... Yeah. Not gonna lie though, I forget to do the Twitch schedule all the time. I usually, the only reason it's up to date for me is because of I can do it at work.
You're really gonna hate this. Siéntate.
It drops a lot of shields, man. Another Watts for dinner. Sure, that's because I've read that already. I liked watching her suffer through some parts, but after the third, fourth death, I would try to drop pointers, tips out, backseating. Yeah. I feel like Dark Souls is the kind of game you gotta, like, you have your first playthrough and then, like,
No use hiding now.
there's a lot you can learn after the fact then on a second playthrough. Zero wants me to hydrate. I will do it. Everybody hydrate. Another one of those stupid shields. It fell through the ground. That's not good. Let's pick up some stuff here because I don't know if that fell through the ground just cuz or if that fell through the ground because we have too much in our bag. Or I mean, too much stuff on the ground. I do wish it was like Diablo where I could go back to town because I would like to empty my like my lost items. So if that happens again, it, you know, was a thing. So much Lawrence you can see, and that's the kind of game that I feel like would be good. As we mentioned a couple times, I've contemplated doing a like a Let's Play channel kind of thing, where for a bit I play some of the one-player games that I have offline, and then do episodes. I've also contemplated doing a Nuzlocke that way as well. Although I think, I don't know, I like the live Nuzlocks. I personally have more fun with the Nuzlocks live, so that might not be the best thing. But like, yeah. I know that I've contemplated doing Far Cry offline on like those videos. I meant to, when I started streaming, because I liked Banjo-Kazooie so much, I was going to do Yooka-Laylee as the first game I streamed, which for those who don't know is like a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. It's like the same kind of deal. I might do that for one of those my first Let's Play series, because I never got a chance to do it. I ended up just following the advice of Calliope Mori and just making content. which I know we've talked about it. I went back to my oldest VOD to explain something. I don't remember who I was telling, but I brought up my first stream ever. And it's not my first stream ever because I did do a test stream that was worse. But my first stream on this channel that's like still up is a nightmare. Hey, Burt's Bees. I'm gonna keep that. It is a 10 minutes of me and Midas and our other friend Adam, who we haven't had him on the channel in a long time, but he's a lot in the early ones. We played Phasmophobia, but I didn't have any sort of start screen. I didn't have anything at all. It's literally just I went live. And so it's like the first 10 minutes is me mumbling to myself as I like sort through settings and stuff like that. While Midas is getting started to stream too, because he had already been streaming at that point and like going to his starting soon screen. And just, oh my God. One day. My first stream ever though was a test stream in which I started my stream, had a panic attack, said nothing, and ended the stream in like 2 minutes. It started and ended so fast that my my college roommate had said he was gonna watch it with me, or was gonna watch it and like give me advice, tell me like see how I did and stuff like that. And he like texted me, like it was just like, did I miss it? And I was like, yeah, I just needed to test my stuff, and I tested my stuff, so we're good. We don't need to do anything else. So, shaking my head at former me. That was the stream I watched you do live like a week ago. Oh no. It hasn't gotten better. It's the same. The only difference now is my setup is like a couple... I don't think I hit 10,000 with the whole setup. Let's see, that's probably about a $6,000 setup. I mean, the new computer is the big part. Give me another gun, because if I remember switching back to the gun, having an element on it lowers the overall damage it does. So I think it being cryo makes it do less damage. So I would really like to get one that isn't cryo.
I'm tired of aiming.
I hope Ryan meant for the Vine callback. That's a bunch going like, yeah, well, I mean, that got spit over the edge, didn't it? Oh, it's the stupid lightning gun thing. I'm washing me and my clothes. She drunk as hell. I'm washing me and my clothes. The big one is the new PC. That's the big part of it. That's like 4,000 of the 5 or 6,000. Mixer wasn't cheap. Mic wasn't cheap. New headphones weren't cheap. Neither keyboard's cheap. I started a throne, by the way, to help me fund future purchases. I haven't finished setting it up. But one day when I do, I'm going to share the link. So if anybody wants to suddenly be generous to Itown and help him get his new chair and stuff like that. Eyebrows, eyebrows. There's a couple things I want to get. Things that like I can't really justify myself purchasing until I've got like some of my debt more under control. See, though, effing boomers were wrong. Money can buy happiness. Hey. It can get you a long way. One of these days I'll sit you down and actually get the finished throne wish. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the chair on it. There's a keyboard for editing that I want to get. I honestly might put because the keyboard the PC that I'm gonna want to get eventually to edit doesn't need to be super hefty, so that's something that I wouldn't feel super shy about putting on there to crowdfund. Things like that. Things that like aren't like immediate purchases for me. Like I don't need them to stream, so I'm not, at least until I, like I might get one of them when I get, if my bonus at the end of the year is like super juicy like it was this last year. Even though I didn't get it this last year because I was new. I only got part of it. I might drop it on some of those things. Ideally, though, what I do want to get is, I have a standing desk here. I'd like to get, there is like, the same company that made the standing desk makes a pretty good, just like stationary desk. And I want to put that like L-shaped here. And I want to use that as my editing / recording PC and keyboard and stuff. Because like right now I've got the keyboard for that PC on a tray that's like raised up over everything else. And I'd like to have an office, throw it in a nice corner. Kind of like, I think Chris has that set up. He's got like his PC that records his streams and he does his editing and stuff on, is at a different desk. And so he just kind of like turns to the right for that. And that's what I'd like to do. But that's, money I don't got right now. Till I win the lottery or crypto retire. This guy's being kind of stingy with the drops too. I got it. Don't forget the heiress. The heiress is still on the table. You are correct. You never know. You never know the people you meet. I travel a lot for work. That was actually when I went to Denver the first time. That was what my boss said. He was like, hey, you never know. Might meet a cute girl in Denver. I didn't leave the hotel. I think I'm in danger, guys. I love how I can still see it through the ground here. That was rude. I was looking at that. Stupid shield. All right, I was hoping to get one more. I think I'm probably gonna, we'll do a couple more and then I'm gonna go back and do that other place one more time, because we're gonna start where we end, or end where we start. Kid. Eris off the table. I mean, let's not be too hasty. Let's not cut our options. You know. Just saying. I don't think crypto retirings anymore. I'm pretty sure the crypto is dead. I don't think they're getting, I think that the trust damage has been done. And people don't believe that they could get rich off of crypto. They know that it's just mostly rug pulls at this point. which is a bummer because I mean, you know, there was hope. I just, you know, 2020 hindsight, I could have Doge retired, but I pulled my money too soon. I only made like $700. It was kind of crazy though that when Doge first took off, like the first spike before it got popular, I had put like $15 in it like years before when it was worth like less than a penny. And I remember when it like had its first spike and there was like one of my friends asked if I had seen that it had that cryptocurrency had taken off. And I was like, what? No, I hadn't. You know, I bought some of that. Let me see. And I had like already made like $380 off that $15. If only I'd fucking kept it in there. That would have been like the $380 was back when it was only a couple, like 1 or 2 cents. So.
Time to run, friends.
And if I had like put my wasn't it if you didn't somebody like figure out that if you had put your stimulus check from the government from the US government in, it was like several million by the time, like if you had put it in when you got the first one. I better not go over the edge. The gun? Is it the gun we're looking for? I hope it's the gun we're looking for. Hey. Yep, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so that's like $300 damage off. All right, cool. Let's go finish where we started. Tag group 4. Alright. I'm gonna stop messing with things. Where am I going? I'm just gonna teleport. I'm not gonna stay. Or can I not? I guess I can't do that. I guess I have to leave. But we still got the lottery on the table. I mean, I'm not playing it actively right now. I haven't played it since Powerball was like $1 billion. I actually don't even know. I haven't seen any news about it, so I assume it hasn't gotten that high again. I used to get lucky for life too, which is like $1,000 a day for the rest of your life if you hit it. I should go back and do that. I could retire off $1,000 a day for the rest of my life. Keep working for a little bit, invest that money, set up a passive income, you know. All right, we're gonna do this guy a couple times, and we're gonna call it a stream. We got several things, so that's good. All I really need at this point is the
Never saw it coming.
where I live, you could retire off 1,000. I mean, you could easily retire off of it. Just, you know, whether or not I want to keep working and make sure. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if it's just the financial state I've been in since I stopped relying on my parents, but I don't trust it. All right. Chat, do you believe? I believe. Buddy. Ow. Okay. We'll go into the level up. We'll go into the level up and then we'll be sad. I just saw that I'm getting hella side-eye later and I don't know what for. I didn't do anything. You can't prove it. Killing me right now, game.
When you get where you're going, then I'm all set.
Large kill spring again. Son of a bitch.
So you can handle that blubber. Don't get saturated.
Well, didn't get it. But I'll have to do more grinding off stream at some point. Let's pick up all our junk. And then I'm going to find out who we're raiding. Nuzlocke tomorrow. I'm going to be 100% with y'all. I don't remember what happened last time. I know we beat the electric gym. Did we end with the electric gym? I think we ended with the electric gym. So it means that we probably have the trek up to the volcano next. So we'll have to take a look at that. Either way, thank y'all for coming. Let's take a look. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting. And why is this not minimizing? Okay, there it goes. Let's find out who we're raiding over on Twitch. I don't get to very often do, I mean, I obviously don't, what's it called? Please don't tell me about grinding off stream. I do what I do, picture the wrong thing. Then I realize you're still talking about gaming and I'm sad I'll miss. Yeah, it's okay. It's quiet. It's like silent, non-verbal, eye twitching while I have a stream on in the back. Okay, who are we going? Oh my God, I have a lot of options. Let's go with, when's the last time we've raided her twice recently. When's the last time we raised? Let's raid Desi. We haven't raided Desi in a while. She is doing web fishing. which looks like it's fun. Hanging out with some of the chat and fishing, it looks like. So I'm going to send you all over to Desi. I will be back tomorrow for whatchamacallit, for the Nuzlocke. And then I'll be taking the weekend off to do several things. I got a lot of stuff going on. And I might have stories for you guys next week. Next week will be a regular week. Actually, the next 2 weeks should be regular weeks with way too many streams. So, yeah. But thank you all. Everybody have a good night. And I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern to scream about Pokemon. I'll see you later. Bye.